I want to look like a mom.
You want to look like a mom.
I'm a very proud mom.
అవునా మన మీ టీం వాళ్ళందరూ
అవునండి
వచ్చేసింది.
అర్థమైంది చాలా బాగా. మాట్లాడడం కొంచెం కష్టం ఎందుకంటే నా బ్రెయిన్ చాలా ఎక్కువ ఇంగ్లీష్లో
ఆలోచిస్తుంది.
అవునండి ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ కావాలి కదా ఇంగ్లీష్ టు తెలుగు సో దట్ టేక్స్ టైమ్.
సో ఎలాగో
నో ఆన్ స్టేజ్ with in a gathering of many people I got stuck and I was trying to make a sentence but I could not, so then I went back to speaking in English.
కానీ ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ తెలుగు వచ్చేదా మనం
నేను ట్రై చేస్తాను.
ట్రై చేస్తారు. యువర్ మేకప్ ఇస్ వెరీ డిఫరెంట్, చాలా డిఫరెంట్గా కనిపిస్తున్నారు. వాట్ ఈస్ ద క్యారెక్టర్ లైక్, ఎలా ఉంటుంది మీ పాత్ర?
సత్యభామ ఒక స్ట్రాంగ్ అమ్మాయి, అగ్రెసివ్ ఉంది, ఫైస్టీ, చాలా షార్ప్, చాలా ఇంటెలిజెంట్ కూడా ఉంది, కానీ ఇమోషనల్ అండ్ వల్నరబుల్ కూడా ఉంది. షీస్ హ్యాడ్ హర్ ఓన్ ట్రయల్స్ అండ్ ట్రిబ్యులేషన్స్. తనకి ఒక జర్నీ ఉంది అండ్ షీ గోస్ త్రూ different cases, but there's this one case that she gets embroiled into and our case kosam her life changes as well, her interpersonal relationships kuda change ayindi.
Right chala konta. How do you feel, ela anpistundi?
I think na career lo idi right time and I feel there's a time and place for everything. So I've always been wanting to do films like this, but I've never really, you need a certain amount of faith on the makers. You need a script that really excites you and you want to do it. Somehow this combination wasn't working out so far. But with Satyabhama, ante set ayindi. I felt this was the right script, the right time, the right filmmakers to do it with. I liked Shashi Garu's earlier work, so I was very convinced about that. And I felt this was like the right time to do it. And hence here I am.
So indulo baga meeku fight elanti fightlu ba karate
నేర్చుకున్నారు and I had also learned Kalaripaya 2 and Krav Maga earlier.
Oh, eppudu?
Krav Maga was for a film that never took off. I couldn't be a part of it. I mean, the film took off, they made it, it released it, all that happened. But I couldn't be a part of it because I got pregnant just at that moment. So I was advised not to take up an action right in between. And I restarted doing Kalari 2 months postpartum. And that was very helpful for this role as well. Yes, but they have a beautiful relationships. Naveen Chandra, he plays the better half of Satyabhama, and his name is Amar. He's a poet in the film, author, not a poet actually. And he's the narrative voice. He's the narrative character for the entire film. So the whole film is from his point of view, and it's a beautiful story between Satyabhama and Amar. So. Actually, the movie, when they narrated the script to me, aa pair confirmed ga ledu. There was no title for the film at that point of time. As we went on floors, as we started shooting, then after that first teaser actually, that's when we decided that we want to go with Satyabhama. Right around the same teaser, when we revealed the name of the film as well. Our time low, they were pretty confident that they want Satyabhama. It's got a lot of metaphor to the original goddess Satyabhama. Kani, it's very relevant to 2024 also. So we felt this was apt for the character, for the way she is. Sometimes Satyabhama, sometimes Rukmini. I think all of us are like that.
All of us.
Kada? We have our moments.
Yeah, very true.
Lunar cycle.
You believe in that?
Initial ka naku chala bhayam. I thought I wouldn't be able to do it. I was apprehensive. I thought, how will my baby manage with so much travel? One day in this city, one day in that city. He was very young when I started working again. 3 months.
3 months.
No, at 3 months it's easier than what it is now. It gets harder as they grow. Recognized. And they start talking by 2. They're proper toddlers.
Correct.
So it's harder now than it was then. At that time it was harder for me. Now it's harder for him. Of course. And then you have separation anxiety. So, naku separation anxiety undi. It was harder for me and I was shooting very far away locations. I was shooting for Indian 2. Started with Indian 2. Then jumped into Bhagwan Kesari. Then jumped into Satyabhama. So at that time, naku chala kashtam. I was nursing him. So I had to send his nutrition to and fro, his food to and fro. I was shooting. It was crazy. I was shooting. Yeah, I was pumping. I was shooting 2 hours away. I used to pump, my car used to drive 8 hours to and fro. There's no other way. How else do I do it? I had those thoughts, a lot of those thoughts. I used to call up my sister and cry. And I was like, why am I doing this? Why? I mean, what am I doing? Why should I do this? Of course, every girl goes through those thoughts, especially during postpartum. It was very hard. Luckily for me, I have my mom's support. So my mom was traveling with me all through. And literally only nannies can do this. Give up the entire life first for you and then for your child.
Correct.
It's some other kind of love and bonding only that moms have for their kids. My mom is still there. She still travels whenever I need her. Yeah, really so grateful to my mother. I can't do this. It's impossible for me to work if my mom's not around. I have the support of good staff, extremely supportive families, my dad, my husband, most importantly, my in-laws. So that makes a very big difference.
In-laws, husband?
Extremely proud of me. Yeah.
Yeah. ఒళ్ళు నొప్పులు, ouch.
It was hard. Chala challenging ga undi. Kani we managed. There's this one particular action episode that we were shooting for, which is a all-night action episode. And I'd hardly see Neil. I think I didn't see him for the whole week because I would be shooting all night. Then I would go and sleep in one room, so he does not know that I'm at home because I had to rest to recover to be able to shoot again at night. So I was working round the clock and I would stay away from my child intentionally because I did not want him to cry looking at me. So I'd hardly spend time with him, which was very difficult. But that was an emotional thing on its own, one emotional journey of my own. Physically kuda naku chala challenging ga undi because I wasn't used to so much physical workouts. My workout had slowed down after childbirth. Obviously, I was taking it easy. I was doing yoga. I got back to doing cardio. But enta kashtam ledu. I mean, I was slowly building up. For my fight episodes, I was shooting all night and I had to stretch so that I don't get injuries. And most of my stunts I did by myself. All my stunts I did by myself. But we had a fabulous do.
You did?
But she was just sitting there. Because I got super excited and super carried away and I wanted to try and I wanted to do it by myself. And it was happening. It was working out. And I had rehearsed a lot before the fight. So then I was like, okay, you rest. I'll do it.
మధ్య మధ్యలో తెలుగు కూడా.
One more thing at that point of time which was difficult was I was exercising the whole damn night. Because I would do a shot, come back, go on my yoga mat and start stretching. You know, that was harder for me than to just give a shot and come back. I could not relax. And my body had to remain warm. You know, there was no time for a cool down. Cautious, not even cautious actually. I've been aware and I have been careful. And I usually am out of choice, I'm a healthy eater rather than
So what is healthy eater to you? For example, ఏం తింటారు?
balanced meals.
Annam
Choose
pappu
good
okay?
quality food. Of course. Chala. I need it. I need it. I need my carbs. I need my dal, roti, sabzi. I need my chawal. I'm one of the typical. I enjoy Indian food more than any other cuisine. So, and on a daily basis, I need my normal food. Even for my happiness, I need my normal food.
అవును, లేకపోతే మూడ్లో
I can't eat
Sweets
salads
and
and live on it.
స్వీట్లు గిట్లు అన్నీ.
I love sweets. So that is one thing that I have to control. But I eat. And I feel I've become a little bit more relaxed now than I was earlier. Because I give myself that excuse of, chalo, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay, eat
I'm a
little bit.
mom now. I'm a proud mom.
No. That's not the reason why. But because I enjoy it.
Correct.
So I feel like sometimes it's okay to let go. But it's the worst addiction to have, no? Sugar is the worst addiction to have.
ఇప్పుడు ఎన్ని థియరీస్ వచ్చేసాయి కదా.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. You
Not
just
anymore.
give and let go and
I now just believe in, so I've gone through all these phases for sure. And there was a time in my career when I was raw, I was vegan, I would only have raw stuff. I would not eat cooked food. I've gone through all of that. But I feel now a healthy balance is most important. And I feel knowing my own body, knowing my own requirements, I feel I need to just do diet, portion control, eat at regular intervals, and live a balanced, healthy life. Choose well. This phase of my life, this stage of my life, I feel I want to do something more. Of course, I want to look good. That's my
and you
primary
do look good.
business. But I want to do impactful roles. and meaningful roles, and roles that have more of a lasting impression, and take more, a bigger piece of the pie, take more responsibility for the film. So I want to do that a lot more.
Right.
Also because now I have a plethora of experience behind me.
Correct.
So now I'd like to do that.
17 సంవత్సరాలు.
I wouldn't categorize it industry-wise. I think all the three industries have certain roles which are only for the glamour quotient and certain roles which are more performance-oriented. So it really depends on who the filmmaker is and what sort of film you're doing.
Agree. And
Glamorous at all.
Yeah, correct.
They've all been more performance. Singham, Special Chabbis, Do Lafzon Ki Kahani, none of them have been glamorous.
Correct.
I've played a girl next door and more performance.
Correct.
Focused on performance.
Absolutely.
Balloons, no.
ఇక్కడ అంతే just balloons, okay. Yeah. So
But I believe in non-violence.
non-violence. You look like that actually, that you're
I
very
can't shoot
easygoing.
animals or anything. Don't believe in that. It's great to act. That's it.
ఎప్పుడైనా మీరు చీరలు కడతారా? Sarees.
Love saris.
Okay, tell me your
Wear saris that flatter your body. Wear saris that accentuate your personality. Choose fabrics that you're most comfortable in. I personally prefer softer fabrics.
like crepes and silks and
Yes.
Tissues.
And I like softer silks. I don't like very kadak silk. I like my silk to be drapable
right.
and mold on my body better. I like my blouse to be very comfortable. Choose comfort over style because then your attitude will be better
Yes.
in a sari.
Right.
I can run a marathon in a sari. I'm super comfortable. And I can stay the whole day in the sari, balancing the entire sari on 2 safety pins.
Two safety.
Intandi?
Puja.
Oh, yes. Yes. Every day kadu, but on important occasions. Yes. But we pray. We are a praying family. So I don't have to necessarily do a whole puja, but I light my lamp, pray for 5 minutes, and I'm done.
Done. Superb. So
School
you
lo
know-
unnanu. Unnara.
Oh, అప్పుడే.
I don't know. What's the time? He's probably home.
Yeah.
He's 100% home. He's probably asleep.
So
He'll wake up and eat lunch. And then he goes to a play area right above.
right above. So,
Plays for 1 hour. He doesn't like it. He wants me. But then he understands. I say, baby, mama's going to work. Mama will come back by the afternoon. Or if I have late work, then I say, baby, mama's going to come back by the evening. But this is your schedule. You will do this, this, this today. Nani's with you. Didi's with you. Don't worry. And papa's going to come meet us this evening.
right.
So,
So మరి
chala baga kadu, I can manage.
you can manage.
Yes, that's
like
true.
to eat.
Yes.
Desire, touchwood, of course.
But I feel most of us as women are sorted. You don't have a choice but to be sorted, right? And all of us as women are multitaskers. So it's not some special thing that I'm doing where I'm balancing a family and a career.
No, it's
all
all
this
of
is
it
all me. This is I want all of this in my life.
Right.
So I work towards making it happen. It's not something that it's not an easy piece of the pie where you're like, okay, it's fallen into my lap like a blessing. Of course, it's hard work. You got to strike a balance.
Chala hard work.
It's
I
toughest
wonder-
to balance. But I feel that you got to choose from whatever you're offered, right? And then you prioritize a few aspects of your life.
Correct.
At no point of time can you do more than 4 things. And what are those 4 things? Actually, I read this somewhere. I don't remember the exact quote. So, you can prioritize only 4 things at any given point of time.
Right.
Out of these 4, which is family, work, social life, and exercise. You can only prioritize 2 things at any given point of time. Or these 4, you need to put it in your order of priorities.
Correct.
So for me, is family, work, exercise, social life. I'm very clear about it. I don't have the time to it's very sad because I miss my friends, I miss hanging out, I want to go out, but what do? There's only 12 hours in a day, 24 hours in a day. I have my best friends from school. So I'm very connected and in touch with my own friends. So of course, co-stars also, and I'd love to hang out and socialize, but where's the time?
Correct.
So then that becomes very rare. Like then I have to plan it out and maybe not work out that day, skip
రోజు
it,
workout లేకుండా.
do something less of something,
అలా.
maybe shorten my work day or not spend as much time with my family on that particular day.
Right.
Something to work around it, rejig my whole day, rejig the hours to be able to accommodate going out that particular evening. There's no other way around it.
అవును.
Ippudu, all those are far-fetched dreams, and I'd love to do that at some point of time moving ahead, because I'd love to be more creatively involved in the process of filmmaking. But ippudu, my plate is full, and I'd like to concentrate on doing really impactful, amazing roles,
Right.
and balance the rest of my life along with it.
Super.
Center for Women. English, no.
More of
And I'm very critical of myself. So with every film that I do, I only like the latest version because I feel it's the most improved version.
correct.
And then I'll soon start disliking that also. Like that's how I am.
Right.
So ippudu, I feel this is so far my best in terms of effort and hard work and maturity of acting, etc. I feel this is the best so far, but then there's always scope for improvement.
Correct. Kajal.
Chiranjeevi sir,
Oh, okay.
double standards.
Okay.
Thank
For
you.
your lovely
So
time.
lovely chatting with you as
I
always.
hope so.
I really hope so.
I hope it works.
you.
Yeah.
Please
And
watch it and tell me what you think.